Hello everyone, welcome back to Machine Learning series. In my previous video, we covered the basic introduction of machine learning. If you enjoyed that video, do not forget to subscribe my channel, and today we are discussing about supervised learning. So let's get started. So what is supervised learning? Supervised learning is a type of machine learning where the model is trained using labeled data where each input has a corresponding correct output. Here, the label data means a dataset which contains lots of examples. As shown in the figure, we have animal database which contain different types of animals which are labeled and stored. And in supervised learning, the trained model learns to predict the output from the input by finding patterns or the structures in the data. Supervised learning example. This is the example of supervised machine learning algorithm. So here in input side we have collection of raw data, that is large set of tigers, camels, horses which are labeled according to their names. Then the algorithm is trained with this information and the processing happens, so machine would find a way on its own to identify which one is tiger or camel or horse, and finally we'll get our expected output. So this is supervised machine learning and it is most commonly used method. Supervised learning process. Now let's walk through a basic supervised learning workflow. First is collect data. We perform data collection such as images, text, numbers and so on. And the next is label the data, where we add correct labeling to our data. For example, cat, dog if we are training for that. And another is split the data. Here we split the data into training dataset and testing datasets. And next we have is choosing a model. We have to choose a model such as logistic regression or decision tree or any other that is fit for our model. And the another is to train the model. Here the model is fed with the training data, so it learns the patterns and relationships between input data and the output data. Another is evaluate the model. We evaluate the model by using our test data to see performance of our model. And finally, use it. Once we find the model is accurate, then we use it for predictions on new data. Therefore, this is the basic flow of supervised machine learning. Now let's see the types of supervised learning. Types of supervised learning. There are two tasks of supervised learning. One is classification and the another is regression. Classification. In classification, the models learn to assign labels and the output is a categorical variable. The examples are emails are classified as spam or non-spam emails. Similarly, the model can classify an image into a dog image or a cat image. Linear classifiers support vector machines, decision trees and random forests are the common types of classification algorithms. Regression. In regression, the model learns to estimate a value. Therefore, the output is a continuous variable. For example, regression models are useful for predicting house prices, forecasting sales, estimating temperature, and so on. Linear regression, logistic regression, and polynomial regression are some of the regression algorithms. Supervised learning applications. Supervised learning is everywhere. Therefore, let's look at some of the examples. It is applicable in stock predictions, like predicting stock prices based on past data. Fraud detection. Supervised learning is used for fraud detection on banking to identify whether the transaction is legitimate transaction or not. It is also used for medical diagnosis such as images labeled as cancerous or healthy. Another is spam detection. As I said earlier, emails can be labeled as spam or non-spam by the use of supervised learning. Next is voice assistant, such as recognizing sounds like play music or stop the music. Therefore, these are some of the practical examples of supervised machine learning. Supervised learning algorithms. Here are some commonly used algorithms in supervised learning. Decision trees. Decision tree is a type of supervised learning algorithm where flowchart like models is used for decision making. Linear regression. Linear regression is a type of supervised learning regression algorithm that is for predicting numbers. Logistic regression. Logistic regression is a supervised learning classification algorithm which is used to predict binary classification. Random forest. Random forests are made up of a group of decision trees which work together to make predictions. K-nearest neighbor, that is KNN, classifies based on the closest data points. Naive-Bayes algorithm. Naive-Bayes algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm based on Bayes' theorem. SVM or sport vector machines is great for separating two classes. Hence, we use these types of supervised learning algorithms according to the dataset and the problem we are solving. And I will definitely make detailed videos on each topics in my upcoming tutorials. So keep watching my channel. Okay, that's it for today. And if I summarize this video, supervised learning is all about learning from the label data to make predictions or classifications. We have discussed how it works, examples, and so on. That's all for this video. In the next video, we'll be covering unsupervised learning. So if you are enjoying this machine learning series, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss an update. Thank you for watching.